Hello, I'm Andy, and in this video I just quickly want to give my opinion about Age of Empires 4. I could play it for around 6 hours during the stress test, so I had some time to play around a bit and see how the game plays and feels. Before playing this game, I wasn't actually interested in playing Age of Empires 4. There was zero hype for me because the time frame seems uninteresting to me, and also Microsoft killed a bit of my trust with Age of Empires 3 DE because it was such a buggy mess. So basically I had negative hype about it, so I couldn't be bothered with this game. But yeah, because the game was free during the stress test, I finally decided to give it a try, and I think it was a good decision, and yeah. First off, let's start with the complaints I have with this game. There are no free customizable hotkeys, and there's also no way to bind stuff to your mouse keys. I think this will be fixed to release though, so that's probably not a complaint for the final game. Then it doesn't really feel fresh to me. The game feels a bit like Age of Empires 2.5, and personally I have seen enough Drush Fast Castle, Crossbow Knight and Scout openings for the next 5 years. So it kind of feels like you can do most of the same strategies you can do in Age of Empires 2, also in Age of Empires 4, and so it feels a bit dull for me, but maybe that's also intended, so yeah. And the last complaint I have, obviously there's no deathmatch game mode, so it's not playable for me, so that's the biggest complaint I have. Now that I've complained enough, let's talk about the positives. First of all, there's a high overall production quality. I mean, it's sad that I have to say it, but there's no game-breaking bugs. I could play it without anything major. It didn't crash once for me, and also doesn't actually delete your hard drive, so yeah, that's definitely something positive, but I still think it's kind of sad that we have to say it if that occurs, because that should be the standard. So the second positive is the sound and the music design. The music is overall good, and also the music reacts to what's happening on the screen. So if you're sieging something, the music changes to something more dramatic. The only minor complaint I have with the soundtrack is that the main theme feels kind of used, so I would have loved to have a bit more variation in the main theme, but it's maybe only something personal. Then overall the sound is also pretty good, the voice actors seem fine to me, and also the sound just fits to the game, so it's good. And the last point I want to make is that the game has a very good pacing. Pacing wise, it's a bit like AOE 3, so compared to Age of Empires 2, it has a lot better pacing, there's a lot less waiting time, and there's a lot more significant stuff happening, so that for me feels way better already. So pacing is definitely good in this game. So to summarize, overall at the announcement of Age of Empires 4 I wasn't hyped at all, but after the stress test and playing for some hours I did have my fun, and I can also see how people have fun with this game. Also new players who haven't tried Age of Empires at all can be drawn into this series franchise with this game, because it's quite accessible and fun in the way it plays. And yeah, after the stress test I had the urge to play it again, which is always a good sign. So basically my negative hype at the start for Age of Empires 4 turned into a minor hype. What are your thoughts about Age of Empires 4? Did you get the chance to play it in the stress test? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching and see you guys around. Bye bye!